Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Ryan, you're in a meeting. You always are. And nothing gets accomplished. I would have to assume, if you're in this many meetings. One does not simply get something accomplished in a meeting. How you doing, Chevelle? Nice to see you. Marty! As always, sitting still for the entire day, and then I turn the stream on and he's gone. I'm doing alright. I ran some errands this morning. Awkwardly purchased a Powerball ticket from a receptionist. Because the Powerball is like $1 billion. And it's like, whatever. It's fun to just do it once. Even though playing the lottery is generally stupid. And then I came back here and set everything up. That was about the extent of my day. Okay, so here's the deal. I didn't even, well, I mean, I started this disc to make sure that it works, and it does appear to work. It knows my trophies, so it knows what game this is. And it seems to think that I have beaten it 100%. Does it normally have, it normally has 24 trophies, right? Yeah, these look like the correct trophies. So, I'm wondering, I can't help but feel that this disc can't possibly have the whole game on it. Partially because it's a promo copy. Why would you let somebody promo, like, and play the entire game? Especially when it's so long. Second of all, because it took like 8 minutes to install. And my PlayStation is notoriously super, super slow. So, I feel like this isn't the whole game. But yet it seems to know the trophies for the whole game. I don't really know. So we're gonna just see what's going on here. I feel like this floor in the picture is also different. Maybe I'm just tricking myself. But the boys' tattoos are always kind of wonky in this picture. That's true. But I don't remember the floor having metal on it. I thought that it was just overgrown green stuff with the little green scaffolding stuff. So maybe that's different, but why would that be different? That's just like a still that they probably picked like very early in the process. Hey Ray, it's Tuesday, so we're doing plat, right? Yes, we are gonna platinum this disc that I don't even know how far it goes, and also it doesn't have trophies. Do we have a balloonist situation here? No, we don't. It took 8 minutes total, 4 minutes to be playable. And I installed it like an hour ago. So the interesting thing that I note is that there is no continue option. And I don't know, this is as far as I got with like making sure that the game works. So I don't know if there's no continue option because like this version of the game just doesn't let you do that. Or if it is because it truly is a different game. Because I'm playing on my main profile, which obviously has the platinum trophy already. So I should be able to continue. You know, I have like an active game state. The options all seem normal. As far as I can tell, audio still has like midnight mode. It's just off, and actually I'm going to turn it on. And the copyright looks normal as well. This doesn't say like don't use this, you know? So I'm not going to start the timer right now. I pulled the timer up because I'm assuming, based on conjecture only, that this disc is going to go through the demo. It'll start from the beginning and it'll end at the place where the demo ends, which is also coincidentally bad ending. Because demo area is all of that scaffolding where Trico catches you and stuff. So I assumed that's where this is going to stop. I'm interested to see how it stops. So I'm going to explore a little bit, see if anything is like grossly different. And then we'll restart and just like do a bad ending run and see what we notice along the way. I can still skip this, but I mean, I guess let's watch in case something is different. Oh, this TV is gonna be really loud on 5. That's funny because most people are probably like 5. Can you even hear it? And to me, 5 is like super loud. I'm also assuming that this has to be like version 1.0. That looks really crisp. Oh yeah, this has to be 1.0 because it's running at 60. That's why that looked so crisp, because it's running at 60 FPS. Okay, so we might not be able to finish on a PS5. I don't know. In which case, if I turn the internet back on, I wonder if it will patch it. You know? So I guess we'll see. If we get like Trico Zoop or anything like that, we might have to patch it, but if it works. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to connect my PlayStation 4. Look how smooth that is. I'm not one of those people that gets super hung up on, like, you know, frame rate and stuff. If my Minecraft runs at 19 frames per second, it's like, yeah, okay. If I can play, fine. So I don't ever notice that Last Guardian is at 30 until I play in 60, and I'm like, oh, geez. Hey, Tic Tac. Did you find early access Super Trico? Is it just the regular one? I have no idea. I have no idea. That seemed slower. But so far, everything else seems pretty normal. I have no concept of when in the production process this version came out. It has copyright 2016, so hypothetically it was the same year as the main game. So I have it just 1.0 for now, and we'll see if it's playable. Right, it's probably just exactly the same. But given the size of the install, I wonder if it isn't the full game. So we'll see. At the very least, you get to watch a little bit of 60 FPS. Also, we basically never watch this. Hey, Aiden, nice to see ya. How you doing? I was also kind of hoping that it would be in a different language. I didn't see a way in options to change what language it's in. Okay, so a couple things that I want to see. Oh, I have to take this ring off. Keep forgetting. Okay, hold on. Let me putz around in this corner for a little bit. It's been a while since I've done ledge jump, and the controls are wonkier in 1.0, but I want to see if this invisible wall is still here. It should be. Because it should be locked behind... See, boy. The boy just is not even treating this rock the same way. And it's a 1.0 thing. It's a 60 FPS thing, not this game. I promise I'm not this bad at ledge jump. He just really zips like right to the top of this, and you need a little bit of distance here. Like, I don't want to be that high, you know? But yeah, if you try to do this in the main game, 1.3 released boy. 1.3 released version, the boy will just be unable to climb into this hole. This is so much harder at 60 FPS. Oh god. And it's the same for yeah, I can't do this. He won't go far enough outwards. That was not bad though. It's the same for in the cave too, which I'm also gonna try. I always have, when I have the really nice ones, he just really zips to the wall. Like that. That would have been really nice. Well, while I'm still working on this, how y'all doing today? Doing anything fun with your week? Ryan's at a meeting. That much I know. Oh, come on, man. That was nice. That was delicious. Yes! Alright. We are up here. Yeah, no. So there's just an invisible wall here, just like we expect. Now I want to see something. I'm gonna try to... Yeah, it won't even let the barrel back in. Yeah, get in there a little bit. Because I want to grab it. And I wanted to try to move myself into the tunnel. Through the process of grabbing it, but... Alright, so that's still the same. Thanks for the lizard treat, Sokasa! Morty. I can see your face a little bit. Too far. Too far. Because I've always wondered if some of the invisible walls were only put in place because players were like breaking it, you know? Because Ueda really doesn't want you to go out of bounds or to do things to sequence break. Left work early because I caught a cough. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully you get better soon. So that invisible wall will still exist. I'm not going to go back there and check again. If they had the wherewithal to put it there at the beginning, they'll have the wherewithal to put it there now. The wall should be there. It should disappear the moment that Trico eats the third barrel. Or I'm sorry, the moment that we remove the spear from his shoulder. Just kidding. But since we're locked into what happens at that point, we can't check in between then and when he just stands up. Yeah, I mean, I expect it to end there, since that's where the demo is, but... I mean, maybe I'm just underestimating how big the game is, and the full game only takes like 8 minutes. Can anybody look up real quick how many gigs the full game is, allegedly, for a download? You should be able to see if you just look on the PlayStation Store. I'm gonna do this, same as normal. 15? I cannot have downloaded 15 gigs in like 4 minutes. My PlayStation is ungodly slow. Let me see. Let me see. Where are you? It's 12. It's smaller. Something is missing. Three gigs is a not inconsequential amount of space when your game is only 15 gigs. But by the same token, the first third of the game wouldn't be 12 gigs, you know? It could be that they rounded up, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. They cut the cavern section because it's so long. Yeah, this game ends at demo, and I'm just playing along, and I'm like, oh no, it seems the game is over. Truly, what could I have done? I've saved 2 hours. New world record for me. It is possible that the patches made it bigger, which reminds me. No, I guess. But it's weird because my console doesn't recognize that I own this game. Yo, second try, really? Okay, well, there's something interesting. It remembered where the barrels were. They should have reset. So that's interesting. Checkpoints still seem to be functioning as normal, but that's why we don't, that's why we don't do like checkpoint resets in all barrels as much, because when you move across a checkpoint, barrels might respawn. And you know, it could be because they respawn to their correct position. So it's unusual that that one didn't move. Especially because we know that that one respawns. Which is why you'd never ever give just one of those barrels to Trico as you go into this cave and then just assume that he has taken it because it comes back. EU and North America Shadow count as separate games. That's the weird thing. It knows my trophies, but it doesn't know my progress. So it's like, it kind of knows it, you know? But yeah, so far my impression is that this seems to be, you know, just the complete game. Which is fine. I want to see if Trico zoops. I'm very excited to see if Trico zoops. I'm also gonna try patching it and see if it accepts the patch. But we'll do that later. But yeah, apparently I just need to get my hands on some other foreign language copies of Last Guardian. Because I want this game to be in different languages. Okay, so the other thing that I want to test is here. Do you remember how you did that, Tic Tac? Was it in the game menu itself? Oh my god, that's so fast. 60 FPS, baby. So the reason for that, right, is Trico's lightning is hitting twice as fast because of double frames, which means it's doing damage twice as fast, so things explode twice as fast. Trico vaporized that the moment he saw it. Alright, so I'm gonna trigger the checkpoint with this, and then not give Trico a barrel. We'll come back in a minute. This might take me a hot second. This is a tough trick to do, but... I don't even think this is in the task anymore, sadly. You're just gonna watch me jumping against this wall for a while. But... Oh, that was actually close. We got the jitters. So I chopped a bunch of wood yesterday, and I can feel that I did that because it's taking the same, like, wrist muscles to do this trick. So what we need to do, we're trying to just hook ourselves onto this little piece of geometry and then jump to the right. Because we need Trico to not come down into the water. But we need the checkpoint from the barrels. I'm so close every time. Let me move my position a little bit here. Yeah, it was rainy yesterday, so I'm assuming we're gonna get some storms here. Is Trico even still up here? Okay, yes he is. Because obviously he can zoop. In 1.0 it's more likely, so... possible that Trico would have just been gone. If I can get ledge jump, I can do this. Because what I want is to try to exit the cave without Trico. Because usually, hypothetically, there is a kind of like half-formed world out there, and it's very cool. Yeah, no, that angle isn't right. But like, look at that. The scrambling animation is twice as fast too. Like, if you could make it through this game straight on 1.0, on average, it would be faster. Because, like, all this camera movement stuff is slightly faster. The boys' little animations are faster. Why can't I get up here? I really want to see if this is out here, but I just can't seem to get him to do it. And I wonder if it has something to do with the frame rate. It's hurting my fingy. Oopsie. Okay, hold on. Let me look real quick. I'm gonna close my captions, so that you can't see my screen as I do this. I'm gonna go to my own YouTube and watch myself do this. To make sure that I'm going into the right spot. I guess we've never done it? That's sad. That's very sad in the task. It is just hard to do. I want to make sure that I'm doing it in the right spot. Eco lash clauses. I want to... Okay. How do I search in channel Last Guardian for... Yeah, let's do some embeds. Let's do some images. Because I swear that I shared a picture of the half-loaded world. When I encountered it. I just want to go back there. But perhaps I didn't. There's so much concept art. I mean, this is in 2022. I would have thought that it was right around there. But, like, Walter even was participating at this point, which seems... I thought Walter was more recent than that. Alright, give me just, like, another minute or so to double check. Maybe for Christmas I'll try to get this game in a couple more languages. Because I think it should play in other languages on my PlayStation, right? Like it won't just default to English just because my PlayStation's in English. Weird. Don't see it. Oh well. Here we go. Keep going. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get it that very first time after I spent all that time looking. But I mean, if they already had the invisible wall in the other place, odds are super high that they have it here too. So maybe I'll putz around with this more in my free time. See what I can find. I'm sure it's just gonna be the same. But basically, you go outside. Well, either there's an invisible wall there, depending on when you do this. There's an invisible wall, or you can go outside, but it's like not super loaded, and you get like a couple grass textures and a little bit of the path to get you over to the cage where Trico launches you. And so you can fully see the cage because some of the rock architecture isn't spawned. And it's real cool to look at. It's fun. Hey Stocky, nice to see you. It's not in Spanish, okay? So far, The only thing that's been weird is that it didn't reload barrels back to their spawn point. I'm trying to glitch my way out of this cave without Trico, but the invisible wall for the barrels at the beginning with ledge jump is still there, so I want to get out of the cave. Oh, I can't. I can't do it. Can I? No. Okay, fine. I'm like so focused right now. I didn't think it was a 1.0 thing, but because we are definitely playing on 1.0 right now. I'm gonna see if it patches later, but you could probably tell from the frame rate and the fact that the boy is moving really fast that we're playing on 1.0. Okay, I don't know if I can do this. Whoa, super jump. Come on, Trico, let's get out of here. No, I'm on PS5. Trico didn't zoop, though. He's still standing up there. Alright, he can focus on that while I keep doing this. Yeah, we're gonna see how far we can get. It's unclear whether the entire game is on this disc. Okay, well, it don't matter now because Trico's down in the water, so. Oh, we move so fast. To be honest, I expected Trico to zoop through the wall. So, already I am surprised by the fact that we're still able to play. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot to turn my captions back on. But I think maybe I won't start the bad ending timer because thinking about it, if we're playing on 1.0, we are going to hard lock before we get to time on bad ending. So there's no sense in running the timer. Because it's gonna crash like... Or not crash, it's gonna hard lock like a minute before the point where you call time. Looks nice though, don't it? My hand is so sore from just mashing and trying to get up that wall. I'll do that more in my own time. I mean, I have to see if we can do this. Oh yeah. So that's still a thing. Hey Alu, nice to see ya. How you doing? Have fun doing whatever it is that you're going to do. Stop the timer. 37 minutes and 46 seconds. New windmill. Oh, look at this climbing animation. How, like, stilted it is. He's jittering all over the place. It's so fast! Look at that, it's literally at like 2 times speed. Hey Stoggy, thanks for the lizard treats, appreciate you. HTML, very nice. I use HTML all the time. For my jarb. Gotta make headers and stuff on the back end. Hey Treeks! Where? Where's my thingy? I mean, I expected him to be fast. Look at him! Look at him! He's like processing twice as fast! This game is in hyperspeed! Hey. I just said that you're twice as smart. Can you not? He's dumb twice as fast. If we can get this to not hard lock, which I don't know why it wouldn't hard lock, but if we can get it to not hard lock in front of bad ending, like, I want to run it and see how much faster we can do it just by virtue of being at 60. Because if 60 wasn't completely unplayable for the full game, every any percent should be done at 60, you know? Still get that little load there, which is interesting. Watch the lightning, it never gets old. Zoom! Pew! And it's just done. Man, if a patch ever came out that fixed the game running at 60, which let's be real, it never will, but that would... Everybody would have to come back and redo their runs on the board. Except for maybe Walter, whose 259 is just gonna be there forever. Oh, you can backseat me all you want. Trico! Are we stuck? Is this a soft lock? Hey. Hi. Have you noticed that I require your assistance? Is 1.0 finally happening? There he goes. No. Head empty. Is it just me, or is the saturation cranked up in this version? Were they just trying to make a better impression on people by... I don't remember whether I have HDR or not on, but I don't change it either way. So it should be... Like, if it looks different from... Hey, hello? Mister? We get twirly whirls at this jump? Now? Have a good day, Alu. Appreciate you. The only settings that I have are for camera, this singular brightness slider, audio and controls, so... And the controls don't actually let me change anything. Oh, they call it contemplate. Aiden, they call it contemplate, not meditate. How dare we? So you'll notice, and this is a 1.0 thing, you'll notice that I'm stopping often as I walk. If you hit the Call Trico button hard enough on 1.0, the boy will stop to do the call instead of doing it while he's running. They patched that out in 1.3. So you do have to be a little bit more careful. It is weird, and it feels very stilted and frustrating, so I am also glad that they fixed that. Wow, Trico, you got, like, real close. And then proceeded to make my life a living nightmare. Where am I? Trico, buddy, you are not making this easy. I regret everything. Why are you shaking your head? This is not Shadow the Colossus, my guy. But look, like the shimmies. These shimmies are so fast on 1.0. Just bam, bam, bam. The cutscenes look really nice in 1.0 though. Yet another reason I wish that we could... There's a jug down here? Oh, this wasn't here in the other version. Hey, Trico. Oh. Sorry? Here. Here. Sometimes he'll try to eat those jugs. Like if you throw them, he'll catch them as if they're barrels. Yeah, it looks so sped up, right? That's why I say, like, if 1.0 were actually playable, like, everybody would be running any percent on 1.0. So I've never had this mess up on 1.0, but I think that one person reported to me that they got hard locked here. So we'll see. Did you see that little visual glitch? Trico's horns started resonating with those little ripples before the cage actually turned on. As soon as he hopped down, it started showing that. We still vanish through the floor, which is how that scene always happens. You're not actually like in Trico's model. It just puts you like underneath where you're standing to count as a death in quotes. So it puts you underneath the death plane of the cage that you're standing on, which is why the camera pans down weirdly like that. Okay, it was nighttime for a hot second. Sure.
Very cool.
Cutscenes are so fast. I love it. Is it bad that I kind of wanna? Kind of. I'm thinking about it. Let me just try it like a couple times. Don't get angry at me, okay? Because we gotta watch that cutscene whenever I die, and I will die. It was close. It was alright. Yeah, the cutscene goes like twice as fast now, so it's better. We'll just do it a couple times. Because I could go down and trigger the cutscene, and yeah, sure, that makes it faster, but that's not what I actually want to see. Because triggering that cutscene down there is what lets the door actually open, so that if you wanted to do this in a for realsies run, you could. I want to do it before that, specifically so that we can see that this is still broken. So the difference, right, as we watch this cutscene over and over, you're supposed to go down Trico's tail, you go through that hallway, the armors, also, more, oh yeah, no, your face is still there. The armors notice you, and then you keep going through the hallway, and you come up over there by the ladder, pull the lever, open the door, is what's supposed to happen. That one wasn't any good. I could tell right from when I jumped. So if you cheese your way over here, using the geometry, you can go up and pull the lever, but usually what happens is you pull the lever, and it makes the sound of opening the door, but the door stays closed. So it's like the sound of the door opening is tied to the lever and not the animation of the door. So you can't get through. So the way that we get around that for task purposes is we go and trigger the cutscene for the armors and then come back up Trico's tail, because that's still faster than going through the tunnel. Like, I'm getting hooked on that little ledge. It's just, I can't quite get across. This is a really hard trick, which is why you don't really want to include it in real-time runs. Especially when the cutscene doesn't go twice as fast, right? I'm just gonna try a couple more times and then we'll keep going. But the glowing mirror, mine when last I looked was nowhere to be found. In case you were wondering. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. See you for the Dragoon 80% stream. See you later, Shavil. I don't know what I'm doing on Thursday. We'll find something.
It's very cool.
But it's also funny to note that the game is operating separately of the script, because right here where he's looking at his arm and then it cuts to being able to control him, now is when he's supposed to say the glowing mirror. And it takes all this extra time because the animations are going so much faster than the script, right? So it's weird that that doesn't break the game. And maybe that's why it does later. Maybe that's why it hardlocks, because, you know, one element of the game is getting like so much further ahead of another element that's not affected by the frame rate. Trico's ear just popping up like that. You love it. Yes, I did it! I was so close last time. I knew that I had to keep trying. So it's not gonna work, is my assumption here. So you get the sound, right? But the door is not open, as you can see, because it's literally physically here. So there's that. We did a cool thing. So I want to see what happens now. If I just go and do this. Because hypothetically, the door is open, right? It's not visibly or physically open, but it made the sound, the lever is down. So if I trigger this cutscene now, will it count the door as open or closed? Is it still making the door open noises? Wait. I didn't get the cutscene. What? So the door might just be in a permanent state of opening. My assumption was going to be that the door wouldn't open anyway, because the lever is already pulled before the trigger that would allow it to be pulled. Also, you notice that the boy is visible this entire time, which is, they changed that, obviously, in the other version. The door's open! Oh, the door's open and we didn't get a cutscene! What? Okay, 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 hold on, because, hold on. So the cutscene trigger is specifically like one step past one of those archways. So I guess you don't actually need the cutscene, you need the trigger. So hypothetically, it's possible that in the task, we could reset after stepping on the trigger, but before watching the cutscene, and still get this to work. I don't know what other use that would serve, but that was cool. Also, hi Villain, good morning! Are these guys even gonna wake up? Oh yeah, okay. So they still exist. That's normal. Whoa, Trico woke up immediately. Oh, you guys are gonna get wrecked, bro. Double speed Trico. Well, that was the most exciting thing so far. Oh, Trico is destroying. Rest in pieces. Come on, Treeks. Okay, fine. I wanted to be on his back leg, but whatever. Whatever. I very much expected that to not be open. Rico, I can't see anything! Thank you. Whoopsie. I almost fell. It was a weird dream. It was a very weird dream. I wonder, is there anything else that we could do to force that door? Because if it's not true that you have to shove the lever after watching the cutscene and you can do it beforehand, I wonder if there's anything else we can do to make that door disappear. Because formerly I thought, right, that didn't work because you need to have pulled the lever after the cutscene trigger when the door became available to open. Now we know that that's not true. I'm assuming his scripted thing is going to be the same here. He's just going to do it a little bit faster. Wow, and he did it very well, too. Straight around the back. Good with me. I'd like to get Vine Skip, but we only get the one chance, so... I thought that I tried that, Aiden, but maybe it's possible that I just, like, didn't go a fraction of an inch far enough? Because the criteria is now unclear, right? Is it that you just came out the other side of the tunnel? Well, it can't be, because when we reset the cutscene trigger, we don't have to go that way at all. But... oh, that's too bad. Oh well. Nice grab there. That's good. I had weird and anxious dreams. That always happens to me when I start to play a new game. Like, my brain deconstructs, like, how the game works the first night after I play it. And it's always, like, anxiety-inducing. Like, I get stuck in menus and stuff. I've done it now. I've stepped too far. I didn't really feel like doing the vine thing, so whatever. Here you go, please. Thank you. So I really think that maybe the first soft lock we're gonna... Dingle, you okay? The first soft lock we're gonna get is right at that bridge. Mort has departed somewhere. I found him. Alas. Can you see Longish? I didn't even mean to show her. She's right here, peeking out the corner of her enclosure. Hi. She is being so spectacularly long. I'm so proud. Despite her nuzzling at the door like that, she does not want to come out. She never wants to come out. Morty's watching her, though. Is that what you're looking at, buddy? It defaulted me into this view. I was just fiddling with Mortcam, and it locked me right into looking at her. Weird that they took that away. I love Last Guardian for a lot of things. One of the things that I don't like, well, not that I don't like it, but it's kind of unfortunate. Situations like that where the female Trico is like above you, screaming at you. It sucks for people with, like hearing impaired people. Because your only cue about what to do next is that you hear her, right? Because you really have to crank the camera in order to look up that far. So even if people were just being curious and looking around, they might not trigger that in, you know, the 1.3 version because they're not looking high enough. And so if you don't hear that other Trico, you really have no guidance about what to do. And that's not to say that they're wrong for doing it that way, because it's atmospheric, and for the majority of players, it's going to accomplish exactly what you want it to accomplish. But which version is this? We're playing on 1.0. I don't know if it would be willing to patch to 1.3, because this is like a not-for-resale copy, and I'm not sure what that means, you know? But currently we're playing on 1.0, yeah. Hi, Morty. My brain is telling me that some kind of soft lock or something happened in this fight up ahead. I don't remember what it was. Oh, the armors are fast. Those armors were running at double speed too. So we get that load in 1.0 and not in 1.3 usually. Which is kind of funny. The loads here are just like... Can we not? The loads here are just unreal. Like, look at how fast that was. Okay, I suspect it's going to be rather difficult to get this fight to go well. On the bright side, the armors will be able to follow me twice as fast, so they shouldn't get stuck in this hallway, which glitches out Trico's AI. But Trico needs to realize that he's free. He was sitting, like, much further forward. I don't know if that was just a this time thing, but that really helped to alleviate the problem of him not realizing that his tail was free, because he pulled the whole thing forward. Yeah, Stocky, I have the entirety of The Last Guardian on my YouTube channel, where I do that. I go until you can't go anymore because of 1.0. I patch to 1.3, get past, and then go back to 1.0 so that you can watch as much of the game as possible in 60 FPS. Hey, buddy. You could see his model lock into what he was supposed to do there. Where's the hard lock? It kind of varies for everybody. There's more than one. We're basically guaranteed one coming up here in the demo area. I knew it. I could tell as soon as that load took longer than it was supposed to that something wasn't right. That's okay, we'll do it again. Because I kind of want to see if Trico's in the same spot as he was last time. But, the most common hard locks are in the demo area, right by where you drop the big jug of food stuff down into the water. There's one entering the fight with the other Trico, where Trico won't go through the... Yeah, he's like way further forward than he's supposed to be. Trico won't go into the room prior to the one with the fight, and instead he just gets like yeeted off into the distance like a frisbee, and you just can't get past that. Are you done, dude? Okay, I mean, if you say so. But yeah, I've had some people report that they didn't get the hard lock by the jug, but they got one like somewhere else. So it doesn't seem super consistent. The only thing that does seem consistent is the one in demo area. I haven't found anybody yet who hasn't gotten that one. Which is why I'm not running splits, because these splits would end like a minute and a half after that hard lock, so there's no sense. Alright, Trico, I will not reset. I will just wait for you to not be angry. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, you're already not angry. Fine. No, no one has reported being able to complete 1.0 straight through from beginning to end with no problems. Which is why I made that guide. Mort has departed again. Or somewhere, I don't know. He's around. Stop. Thank you. Why would we go this way? I don't know. Trico, don't move, buddy. I need you for the skippy. Thank you.
Yeah, who is he? Atiketan, Inoi Aronet too. Agishio Nizi.
Boy,
Yuki Sogazi,
nice
Inoi
to see you're not any
Agata
less
O
slippery,
Riari.
huh?
Yet enough, Autorikono. Atia Jik, Ino Tuku. O Obas to Netebazi. Intrikuno, Awizi.
Wanted to give that like an extra second just to make sure that the reset was actually gonna work. No pillar. Look at this smart bird creature. So proud. It's interesting too that, you know, Trico operates faster, his animations are faster, but that time spent flying through the air was not faster. You would think that, you know, double the frames he would cover the distance faster, but here we are. It's so good to not have the mirror, so I don't have to worry about hitting the circle button there. Where? Why are you knocking the camera over, dude? Okay, so I think this is gonna suck because these guys hypothetically are gonna spin twice as fast. But I technically also pull the chain faster, so... yeah. Yeah, I pulled way faster than they were spinning. I had so much time to just stand there. Which ended up being worse because we want them to be getting up like just as Trico's coming into the room. Because that really helps with lining them up so that Trico can hit both of them at the same time. But she still might. Look at his ears! Oh, his ears are borked! His ears are ruined! Hey buddy, what's going on with your face? Oh, you fixed it. That's too bad. One of my favorite 1.0 things, which it's complete chance whether it happens. Sometimes, and it can happen on 1.3, to be clear. It just is an error in how Trico spawns into the world. Sometimes, like, his mesh was the word I was looking for. Doesn't load properly, like it's missing some hinges. And he'll have his ears that can like disappear into his head, but usually what happens when he doesn't load right is his ears will just like helicopter spin on the sides of his face and it's hilarious. I was hoping that's what was gonna happen. I wish that I had a clip of it. I might have a clip of it somewhere that I would really have to go digging for. Whoopsie, I just walked right over that guy. Fine, I was gonna be cheeky. Alright, cool. It's weird that Trico's taking so long to come through, though. He did it for the last door, too. good job, buddy. I mean, he's doing really well at these fights. Part of it has to do with the fact that he's going so fast, but come on, Trico. We're not gonna reset. We're just gonna keep going. Hey, Chassis, nice to see ya. How you doing? Things are interesting for sure. I mean, the game itself, at least so far, seems to be completely present as normal. It's just, you know, 1.0 shenanigans. Which are always fun. Yeah. Love to see it. So most things are at 2 times speed, which is always fun. We discovered something interesting about doing a trick by the first cage. Come on, buddy. Where the gate kind of popped open in a way that I didn't expect based on what I had learned for the task. I don't think it's really gonna make any difference, like it's not gonna result in me being able to speed up the task, but it was interesting at the very least. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the end of demo area. We're gonna see if we hardlock. Treecode.exe has stopped working. But yeah, Trico's making a lot of these adjustments quite quickly. Thanks, buddy. We're almost there. Hodor might be a little problematic at 60. The thing that really... It's not game-breaking, but it's almost game-breaking at 60, aside from the hard locks, is at the very end, the Master. Because the Master expands outward at twice the speed, you have essentially no time to get up. You have to do it, like, perfectly. You do have time if you do it perfectly. Hugo, you're really not understanding me, buddy. Okay, my dude. Come on. You got it? He does not got it. This is very unusual. Are you a little bit different in 1.0, buddy? Yeah, that's the spot. You got? You good? You know? He's got it. Wonder if they changed that. I don't think that that was just Trico not listening to me. Like, that was 3 times in a row where his AI did not respond the way that it was supposed to. I wonder if they patched that for 1.3 because it was too hard for players to get him to do what they wanted. Yeah, it could be that they changed a little bit, like they adjusted how wide the area is that contains the, like, heightened level of Trico awareness. I described that poorly, but we talked before about how, you know, all of the objects in this game have a number ascribed to them that dictates whether Trico pays attention to them or not. So if they just expanded how far or like how wide that area of effect is with the increased awareness number, it would make it easier for him to notice it. Or they could have just increased the number. But to be fair, as soon as I got off of him... Well, you know, as soon as I got off of him, he noticed it. So I wonder if perhaps just for this room, they moved the boy's number down. Because he was paying attention to me when I was on his back. And he should have been, like, he wouldn't shake his attention from me. Because normally the boy is the highest that there possibly is, aside from the eyeballs and these little jugs and stuff. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Thank you. Oh, we got some speed going. Is this research based on code knowledge? They talk a little bit about it in the like Last Guardian companion book, which I have on my table, but it's like almost level with my eyes, so I can't see. I think it's called An Extraordinary Journey, the name of the book. But they talk about how different items in the game have different attention values. Where did the chain go? Okay, there it is. Chico just like really sent it flying. Hey buddy, stop. Stop. Okay, are you listening or not? Because you seem a little confused, my guy. It's so hard to, like... It's so hard to get information on this game, you know? Because otherwise we would emulate it and be able to look more closely. Because if we could look at, like, what makes Trico's AI happen, what I want to know is what makes Trico poop, you know? And if we could look into the code and see, like, is it just a yes-no that you can't change? Or, like, is it influenced by things? Are there modifiers? I don't know. Nobody has ever been able to see. So, at least to my knowledge, nobody has ever been able to see. Hopefully someday, for sure. That would be really great. Not where I want to be, Trico. Not where I want to be. Boy, please, just... Thank you. Did he decide to jump up here and then change his mind? But yeah, there are so many things that I would want to see, like, on the back end, what's happening. Are there modifiers for Trico to poop? What is the criteria for intensive care with the spears? My conjecture, based on how much I've played this game and, you know, done plat percent and stuff, is that there's a timer that goes up per spear that's in Trico's body. So, like, each spear contributes to the timer, which means if he has more than one spear in him, then the timer's going up faster, right? And you have to stay below a certain amount of time with spears in him in order to get intensive care. But that's just a theory. A game theory. That's just my theory, and I would be interested to see what's going on in the background. Like, number of spears in him, or how fast you took them out. For a long time, people thought that it was whether you went over a checkpoint while Trico had a spear in him, and if you did, you just failed. Does the book go into why Trico will sometimes get over his fear of the eyes? You mean in terms of, like, how he saves you at White Tower? Because I think that's just like a narrative thing, but there are times, obviously, when, like even for this eyeball up here, he'll notice it for a while, and then he'll back off and stop noticing it. And that has to do with like the halo around the item that has the attention value. If he steps out of it, then he stops paying attention to it. Okay, we're coming up on where, hypothetically, this is gonna hard lock. The hard lock usually occurs when he tries to save you with his tail. So I will be interested to see if that happens. I don't know why it wouldn't. I am 100% expecting it. Yeah, like a 1.0 retail hardlock for sure. Are those hanging things different? I'll have to look back at the retail copy and see. I don't remember those ornaments looking like that. Alright, here we go. Soft lock. Yep, there it is. There it is. There's the hard lock. Which is very much as expected. Doesn't matter how long you sit here. Longish, did you fall down, honey? It doesn't matter how long you sit here. Like, you can hear that the music has stopped. The game is just, like, destroyed. So, I am going to... I want to see... So we'll go back to the checkpoint with before I push that thing off. I want to see if it's going to patch this game. Now that I've connected to the internet. Yeah, okay, so it's taking it to 1.03. That's got like 50 seconds left. Which will fix it, and we'll be able to get past that point. So whatever this promo not-for-resale version is, it appears, so far, to be compatible with the 1.3 patch. It's treating it like it is the game. So it does kind of seem that it's the same build as regular 1.0, but there have been a couple just weird things, like the barrels not going back to where they were supposed to be, or like the lighting in when we got eaten by Trico the first time, it defaulted to nighttime for a hot second, which was weird and not typically a 1.0 thing. Are you done? Thank you. I mean, it's cool. Regardless, I'm glad that I have it. But it didn't even come, you know, in a game case. It just came in like a clear hard case, like you used to get those rewritable CDs in packs of 20 from the store. Am I too old? I should make a custom case for it. Alright, so we have the choice to continue, which is good. I was low-key afraid maybe we wouldn't, because I didn't have the choice to continue when we started playing, even though I'm playing on an account that has the platinum. Alright, so we'll be right before we push that thing. Here we go. Now you can see we're at 30 FPS instead of 60. Now, my suspicion was that this wasn't the whole game. The promo copy would only have up through demo section. But if it is just a 1.0 build, then I want to see something real quick. I'm not gonna turn off the game, but I didn't notice. Did I go past it? There it is. It's still smaller. Even after the patch, this is still smaller than the retail version, I think. Because before the patch it was at 12, and I was like, oh, well, clearly that's smaller than the retail game. But if it's gonna end here after demo section, the rest of the game can't be 1 gig. You know? Or like 1 point whatever. So what's different? I wonder... Do you think... And I'm not going to play all the way through it today, but do you think maybe they, like, had just a section that they hadn't finished? Tic Tac joked that it was the cave section because it was so long. But, like, maybe they hadn't finished Cage, or maybe they hadn't finished the Master. Ooh, maybe it doesn't include the end cutscenes to save space. I wonder how it ends. Does it just, like, stop? I'm just trying to find... I'm looking something up real quick. Okay, what's even more interesting is that for some reason it seems like the North American version is slightly smaller from the digital store than the European version. Hypothetically, what I have is the European version. So... yeah, that's why I'm confused, Chassis. I didn't expect it to actually update. Oh, also, Last Guardian is on sale. 50% off. Go pick it up. Why do I not see... publisher, etc., license... PlayStation 4... Does it say? I'm trying to find on the box if it says, like, exactly how big it is. On the retail box. Anyway, I'm gonna walk forward and see if it ends. That was kind of my assumption too, Villain, that the EU version has more language files. So, preliminarily, my thought would be that there's some cutscene stuff missing at the end. But at the same time, if it's bigger because of language files, why can't I access the language files? At least so far as I've seen. If I change the language of my console, will it change the language of the game? Like, does the game just auto-detect what your console language is, or do I need to pick? Because in the options, there is no choice. That would be so cool if it just had this kind of uncanny, like, this is almost the way it should be, but not quite, and that just keeps intensifying the further you go. Oh, we scraped that and everything. Love to see it. Hey, Drakes. Hey, buddy. So I don't know. I might keep playing this on my own time and see what's up, or maybe I'll keep playing it on stream until we get to the end. Because I don't have time to do a full, like, straight through. Sadly. We've already been here for almost 2 hours, and we're barely an hour into the run because I've been spending time putzing around. You're fine, buddy. You're fine. Well, I'm glad things are going well, villain. Honey, chill. You cool. Something else that I wonder that I think would be interesting. So the game acknowledged that I have the trophies for it. So it's talking with the PlayStation, being like, this is this game for sure. But what would happen if I tried to play it on a new console, or a new console, a new account? Like, would it still award the trophies like normal? My assumption would be probably, since it knows the patch, and the patch is working. But yeah, I just want to go through Drawbridge. I think if they wanted to go a little bit past demo, then that's probably where they would stop, so. Plus I like Drawbridge Skip, it's real cheeky. I could down patch back to 1.0. To see if things get wonky with Drawbridge, but that would take about 8 minutes to reinstall, so. I'm gonna eat all the bread. I love bread. I'm so hungry right now. I haven't eaten anything today yet. Just time kind of got away from me. I went to get a steak this morning. We wanted to try this new, like, locally owned butcher shop. And we were gonna have steak anyway this week. Steak and bok choy. And I was gonna see what was on sale for, you know, steak, because I'm not spending $50 or whatever on a steak. But if you go to a locally owned butchery, right, then you don't have to pay all the extra bullshit manufacturer prices. You just get to pay for the meat itself. So I went there this morning, first time being there, and it was kind of just like a, I don't know, it kind of seemed like a murder shack. It was wedged in between a bunch of like tool and die factories. But I mean, they were really nice. So I guess I can't complain, even though I thought that I might just get kidnapped in a rusty gray van. Let's see if Trico still does this. Hey, buddy. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on, I'll get rid of it. You don't want to see the back. Is my steak not actually made of cow? Do I have cause for concern? Here. You ready? Oh, you missed. Good try, buddy. I told you sometimes he bites at barrels. Or, jugs. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we like their stuff. Because the price wasn't actually really any different from the store, so if we can get higher quality stuff for the same price, that's cool. And they host sales and stuff all the time. Yeah, meat in general is wild right now. Chicken thighs are still... You get like bone-in skin on chicken thighs. And people haven't quite caught on yet that those are really good, so those are fairly cheap still. But yeah, the cost of ground beef is ridiculous. Plus, I'd rather support a local business than the giant multi-billion-dollar conglomerate where the CEO gets paid 200,000 times higher than anybody else. Nope. Chicken thighs are the same price as breast? That's a ripoff. Breast is always really expensive. Stop! Stop with your ninjutsu! It's really nice though because, you know, we've lived here long enough that we know where to find the cheap stuff that's still good, which is what I'm hoping that this butcher shop is going to be too. But we know, for example, that we can go to the local sushi place because there's a huge Japanese population in this area. So the sushi's like really high quality. We know that we can go there and get essentially their sushi trimmings, the stuff that they don't use for sushi. Which means, like, that's why I can feed Gladio salmon. Because salmon's usually really expensive, but I can get half a pound of salmon trimmings from sushi for like $2. $2 to $4 depending on how full they fill it. Usually about $2.50. Because they're just like the unappealing parts, they might be a little bit gristly or whatever, and that's why they don't use them for sushi. But I'm like, I will buy those from you instead of throwing them away. Alright, so this trick still works. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for now, but I'm really interested to see if it has like ending cutscenes or what's going on. Because like I said, that's my new theory. I suspect that it doesn't have the ending cutscenes. And that's why it's a different size. But I guess we'll see, because I will keep investigating. Who is streaming? Dojalex is streaming. What is this? Okay. Dither is streaming. Stream title Cheese. So, what's going on over here, Dither? It's on Be Right Back right now, so let me keep looking. Yeah, it will be interesting to see the rest. And I'm especially interested too, like, I don't think that there's anything that we can change in the run, like, based on what we discovered about that door after the first cage, about how it just, like, popped open all of a sudden. But perhaps maybe that could be cool. Yeah, Dither is still gone, so sadly, I am not going to get to see what Cheese is about. Because we're gonna go to Airy. I totally did not spell that right. Airy. There we go. Stay safe, Aiden. Hope it doesn't hit you too hard. But Airy is streaming any % no major glitches Link to the Past and is a really good Zelda speedrunner, so go and hang out there. And I'll be back on Thursday. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. But it'll be casual no matter what it is. It won't be a speedrun. It'll just be some casual funsies. So I'll see you on Thursday. Stay safe, everybody. Say hi to Airy when you get over there. Appreciate y'all. And I will see you later. Bye.